My beloved ones, hear me well. Age does not steal your power unless you hand it over. The body you live in is not your past. It is your possibility. Too many have been taught to believe that growing older means growing weaker, that muscles fade and strength dissolves like morning mist. But I stand before you to tell another truth. Your body can still rise, still heal, still rebuild itself with grace and power, if only you choose to feed it the way nature intended. You see, life has a way of whispering renewal through the simplest things. The secret to rebuilding what time has tested is not hidden in a bottle, nor locked behind a laboratory door. It lies in the earth's own offering, a nutrient so humble, yet so mighty, that it can awaken the strength sleeping within your very bones. This is the beauty of nature. It provides what you need, if only you will listen. After 60, your body is not fragile, it is wise. It remembers every step you've taken, every labor you've done, every love you've carried. And though the muscles may grow weary, though the arms may tremble and the back may bow, there is still the divine spark of strength within you. It is not gone, my dear ones. It is waiting to be nourished. This secret nutrient is not just food for the body. It is fuel for the spirit. It rebuilds muscle, yes, but it also rebuilds belief. It reminds you that health is not a dream of youth, but a right of every age. When you nourish yourself with intention, with foods rich in protein, with vitamins that spark vitality, with minerals that speak life to your cells, you do more than eat. You heal, you honor, you rise. And let us not forget, food is not only science, it is sacred. Each bite you take in gratitude is a conversation with your Creator, saying, I am still here, I still choose life. This nutrient, this quiet power within natural foods, tells your body, grow strong again. It whispers to your muscles, remember how to move. It speaks to your heart, beat steady, beat proud. My friends, do not let anyone convince you that your best days are behind you. You are not the sunset. You are the sunrise of every day you choose to live well. Begin to honor your body now. Eat to strengthen it. Rest to restore it. Move to celebrate it. Feed it not out of fear, but out of love. And now, I call upon you, not tomorrow, not next week, but today. Take action for your health, for your strength, for your life. Find that secret nutrient in the natural gifts of the world, those proteins, those vitamins, those elements of renewal, and make them part of your daily table. Do not wait for change to come knocking. Invite it in. You are not too old to be strong. You are not too late to begin again. Your body still listens to your choices. Your heart still beats with purpose, and your spirit still commands power. So rise, my dear ones, rise and feed your strength. Let nature work its miracle through you, and let your days declare this truth. Even after 60, I am still becoming, I am still powerful, and I am still wonderfully alive. There comes a moment in every life when the world tries to tell you that your time has passed, that your power has dwindled, that your best days live somewhere behind you. But, my dear ones, that is not the truth. The truth is this: aging is not the loss of strength, it is the refinement of it. It is the transformation of energy from the loud and restless to the steady and wise. You are not weakening, you are evolving. You are not fading, you are ripening into your fullest form. The body that bends a little now, that moves more slowly, that sometimes aches when it wakes, it is not a broken vessel. It is a vessel of stories, of victories, of survival. Every scar, every wrinkle, every tremor is proof that you have lived and endured. Strength does not leave you with age. It changes its shape. It settles into your bones, hides in your heart, and waits for you to call it forth again. You see, the body listens. It hears when you believe in it. It answers when you nourish it. It remembers the strength of your youth and the courage of your spirit, and it knows how to awaken again when you give it the chance. Do not accept the world's quiet lie that growing older means growing weaker. That belief, my dear, is a thief. It steals your will before time ever could. The truth is, your body still holds the power to rise. It has never forgotten how. When you eat with care, when you move with grace, when you speak kindness to yourself instead of despair, you are not only feeding your muscles, you are feeding your faith. You are reminding your body that it still belongs to life. Your 60s, your 70s, your 80s, they are not the twilight of your existence. They are the season of your wisdom. You have seen the world's beauty and its pain. You have learned how to bend without breaking. That kind of strength cannot be taken away by time. It can only grow deeper. The body may whisper where it once roared, but its power is still there, pulsing softly beneath the surface, waiting for your permission to rise again. So stand tall, even if your back curves a little. Speak boldly, even if your voice shakes. Move, even if you must move slowly. There is dignity in persistence. There is grace in effort. There is honor in refusing to let the years silence your spirit. The body is loyal to those who love it, and it will serve you faithfully if you care for it with devotion. Aging does not make you powerless, it makes you precious. It strips away the noise so the truth can sing. You are still capable, still beautiful, still strong. Time cannot erase the essence of who you are. It cannot touch the fire within you. That flame still burns, steady, warm, and full of life. And if you dare to believe it, if you dare to feed it, it will rise again, brighter than before, lighting the path for every soul who looks to you and says, "If they can, I can too." Nature, my dear ones, has always been the great healer, the quiet provider, the eternal mother that gives without asking for anything in return. She has placed before us the very things we need to live well, to stay strong, to rise again when the years grow long and the body begins to whisper its weariness. The answer to strength does not live in mystery. It lives in simplicity. It is not hidden in some distant land or behind a locked door. It is in the very food that springs from the soil, swims in the sea, and grazes upon the grass. The earth has already written the recipe for renewal. All we must do is listen. The secret nutrient that rebuilds, restores, and revives is not born of chemicals or conjured in a laboratory. It is born of nature's grace. It is found in the living gifts she gives us. Foods rich in protein and minerals, foods full of light and life. When you eat from the hand of nature, you feed not only your body, but your soul. You give yourself what is honest, what is pure, what the body was designed to receive. And in return, the body responds with gratitude. It strengthens, it repairs, it remembers how to thrive. Think of it, my dear hearts. The trees never forget how to grow. The rivers do not forget how to flow. The earth never forgets how to give. And you, being made of the same divine fabric, have not forgotten how to heal. When you eat what nature made, eggs from the land, fish from the waters, cheese and milk full of life-giving protein, you speak the language your body understands. You say, "Hair, take this strength and make it mine again." And the body listens. It begins to rebuild. Slowly, faithfully, like a craftsman returning to his work, it repairs what time tried to take away. We live in an age of noise and speed, where people chase quick fixes and forget the quiet wisdom of nature. But healing does not come from hurry. It comes from harmony. When you align with the earth, when you honor what she offers, you become part of her rhythm again. You begin to feel alive in your skin, steady in your step, bright in your spirit. Nature does not discriminate by age. The same sun that warms the young warms the old. The same soil that feeds the sapling feeds the ancient tree. So, too, does the body remain capable of renewal at every season of life, as long as you nourish it as the earth intended. You do not need to chase youth. You need only to respect what sustains it. So go back to the source. Choose the foods that are real, alive, unspoiled. Let the nutrient-rich gifts of nature be your medicine. For within her simplicity lies your strength. Within her design lies your healing. Trust her again. Eat with reverence, drink with gratitude, and remember, you are not separate from the earth, you are made of it. And as long as she lives and gives, you too can rise, strong and whole, in the grace of her eternal care. There is a quiet wisdom that lives inside every cell of your body. It remembers who you are, what you have been, and what you are still capable of becoming. Even after 60, even after the body begins to whisper and tremble with age, that inner voice of strength still hums softly beneath the surface. It waits for nourishment, for care, for the simple reminder that it has not been forgotten. And that reminder, my dear ones, is protein, the sacred builder of life itself. Protein is not just a nutrient. It is the song the body sings when it repairs itself. It is the fabric of your being, woven into every muscle, every fiber, every heartbeat. As the years pass, the body hungers not for luxury or abundance, but for the essentials, the pure, life-giving sustenance that allows it to mend and renew. Protein is that gift. It is what turns weakness into motion, frailty into strength, and tiredness into endurance. When you offer your body this gift, you say to it, I still believe in your power to rebuild. So many people grow older and forget the art of listening to their bodies. They see the gray in their hair and the slowness in their step and think the story has reached its ending. But I tell you, it is only another chapter. For the muscles that once carried you up mountains, that held your children, that worked and toiled and reached for dreams, they still remember how to rise. Give them what they need, and they will answer. Feed them with intention, and they will grow again. You see, the body is a miracle of memory. It knows how to heal itself when given the tools to do so. That is the divine design of life, to renew, to rebuild, to return to balance. And the secret is not found in youth serums or expensive pills. It is found in the simple, honest food that carries the essence of strength. Eggs that brim with purity. Milk that whispers of nourishment. Fish that swim with vitality. Cheese rich with calcium and protein that strengthens bones and rebuilds the fibers of life. These are not just foods, they are sacred offerings to the temple that is your body. When you eat with mindfulness, when you choose with reverence, you begin to honor the miracle within you. You tell your body, I have not forgotten your worth. And your body, in turn, begins to believe again. It begins to stand taller, to move freer, to live louder. That is the grace of nature working through you, quietly, faithfully, without fanfare. So, my dear hearts, when you sit down to eat, remember you are not merely feeding hunger, you are feeding life. You are giving your spirit another reason to rise. Every bite is a promise to yourself, a promise that you will not fade quietly, but grow stronger, prouder, more radiant with every passing day. For even after 60, your strength is not gone, it is waiting. All it needs is your faith and your care to awaken it once more. The human spirit, my dear ones, is a fierce and unyielding force. It does not grow old simply because the years have passed. No, it is the neglect of self, the forgetting of our own worth, that makes the body grow weary and the mind grow dim. But when you choose to nurture yourself, to feed your strength, to move with purpose, to live with intention, You awaken that spirit once more. It stirs inside you, whispering, I am still here. I have not left you. When you reach the season of 60 and beyond, your body asks not for pity, but for partnership. It says, walk with me, care for me as I have carried you. And what a gift that is, to be given the power to restore, to renew, to reclaim your vitality. The food you choose, the love you give yourself, these are acts of devotion to life itself. When you eat the foods that nature designed, those rich with pure protein and natural nutrients, you are not only feeding your body, you are honoring the miracle that is you. Now, I want you to remember this truth: strength is not the privilege of the young. It is the reward of the mindful. It is the inheritance of those who respect their bodies as the temple through which life moves. The body is wise. It speaks to you every day in small ways. It tells you when it hungers, when it tires, when it needs care. Too often we hush it, we rush it, we forget it. But when you stop and listen, truly listen, you will hear that quiet call for nourishment, for restoration, for attention. When you respond to that call, when you give your body what it asks for, be it protein to rebuild, rest to recover, or movement to awaken, you give yourself a second chance at living fully. I have seen men and women who believe their best days were behind them rise again, stronger and brighter, because they chose to care. They chose to believe in their body's power to heal. That belief, my dear, is the beginning of transformation. The secret nutrient that rebuilds muscle, that restores power, is not only a gift to your flesh, it is a gift to your spirit. For every ounce of strength regained is a reminder that you are still capable, still worthy, still whole. It teaches you that life is not about the years that have passed, but about the strength that remains. So, lift your head high and eat with intention. Let each meal be a prayer of gratitude for this vessel that still carries you through the world. Let your body be nourished by the wisdom of nature and your soul by the faith that you are not finished yet. For as long as breath fills your lungs and hope stirs in your heart, there is more life to live, more strength to claim, and more beauty to behold. You are not fading, my dear. You are ripening into your fullness, and every day you rise, you remind the world that grace and strength are timeless. There is something profoundly sacred about the act of caring for yourself. It is not vanity, it is reverence. It is the acknowledgement that the life within you is still worthy of tenderness, still deserving of nourishment, still capable of greatness. So many people, when they cross into the years beyond 60, begin to believe that they must simply accept decline. They let the world convince them that aging is surrender. But no, my dear ones, aging is not surrender. It is evolution. It is the body's way of asking for deeper wisdom, gentler care, and more sacred attention. When you reach this season of your life, you must not shrink away from your own strength. You must not whisper when life asks you to sing. Your muscles may have grown slower, but they have not grown silent. They are waiting for you to remember that movement, nourishment, and faith are the holy trinity of vitality. The secret nutrient that rebuilds muscle is not just about food. It is about commitment. When you feed your body what it needs, you are sending a message to every cell that says, I still believe in you. Think of it this way: the body is like a garden. When the soil is tired, you do not abandon it. You water it, enrich it, give it sunlight and time. And then slowly, tenderly, life returns. The same is true for you. When you nourish yourself with foods rich in nature's strength, those filled with protein, calcium, and the power of the earth, you plant seeds of renewal within yourself. The bloom may take time, but it will come. Your plate becomes your altar, Every meal becomes a prayer. With each bite, you are reclaiming your energy, rebuilding your foundation, restoring your hope. The simple act of choosing what is good for you becomes a quiet rebellion against the notion that aging means fading. For there is no expiration on resilience, no end to the body's ability to adapt and heal. And yes, my dear, I must tell you, love plays a part in this too. Love for your body, love for your journey, love for the years that brought you here. Do not look at your reflection with sorrow. Look with pride. Every line on your face, every ache in your bones, they are proof that you have lived, that you have endured, that you have grown. But endurance does not mean emptiness. You are still filled with the fire that has carried you through every storm. Feed that fire. Let it burn bright again. So when you eat, eat with joy. When you move, move with gratitude. When you rest, rest with purpose. For you are not merely surviving, you are reclaiming your power. This is not the twilight of your life. It is the dawn of a new strength. A strength built not from youth, but from wisdom. A strength that says, I have lived long, and I am still rising. And rise you shall with every breath, every choice, and every bite that honors the life within you. My beloved ones, life after 60 is not the end of the story. It is a new verse, softer perhaps, but richer, deeper, and full of grace. The body may change, but the soul, oh, the soul still sings. It hums with memory and wisdom, with all the lessons the years have sown. Yet, too often, people let fear and resignation dim that song. They begin to whisper, I am too old to begin again. But I tell you this, you are never too old to rise, to rebuild, to renew. For as long as breath stirs in your chest, you carry the divine permission to thrive. Rebuilding strength after 60 is not simply about muscle. It is about reclaiming the rhythm of life itself. Every act of care, every choice to nourish, every effort to move is an act of defiance against the belief that age must mean decline. You are not falling apart, you are being called to evolve. The body does not wither because of years. It withers when it is forgotten. But when you remember it, when you honor it, when you feed it what it needs, it responds. It blooms again in gratitude. You see, strength is not measured only by how much you can lift or how fast you can move. True strength is found in the courage to begin again, in the patience to tend to yourself, in the quiet determination to keep rising even when the world tells you to rest. When you give your body the secret nutrient it needs, the one born of nature, rich in life, giving energy, you are telling yourself, I am still worthy of thriving. And the body listens, it rebuilds, it restores, it remembers what it was created to do. Every meal becomes a moment of intention. Every choice, a declaration of self-love. You are not eating merely to exist. You are eating to live beautifully, fully, vibrantly. The foods that strengthen your body also strengthen your spirit, because they remind you of your own power to heal. The act of nourishing yourself is a prayer, silent, sacred, and powerful. It says to the universe, I honor this body that carries my soul. And, my dear hearts, let us not forget, the world still needs your strength. The world still needs your laughter, your wisdom, your tenderness. There are stories yet to be told, songs yet to be sung, moments yet to be lived. You have walked through too much to let the flame go dim now. Feed it. Protect it. Let it burn with the quiet fire of purpose and self-respect. So I say to you, rise each morning with gratitude. Sit at your table with intention. Choose what strengthens you, not just what fills you. And when you look in the mirror, see not the years that have passed, but the strength that remains. You are not a shadow of your younger self. You are the masterpiece shaped by time, polished by wisdom, and sustained by faith. The world still turns because you are still here, and as long as you breathe, you have the power to rebuild, to shine, and to live boldly, beautifully, and with the grace that only time can teach.